20th year of Talent Fest here at GP, maybe more than that. It's great to be presenting this to the student body yet again to see. All right, now we're gonna all be quiet. I'm sorry, we have a great many parents and grandparents and friends from colleges here visiting with us today, and so we want to show our manners. And it leaves a lot of us standing against the back wall. I apologize for that. Maybe you can kind of gradually start sitting down through the aisles. I really don't have a lot of solutions about that, and I'm very sorry. But this is the best we can do, and I hope you enjoy the show. I want you to enjoy the show. Now, we're not going to have a lot of carrying on. I've been known to stop shows in the middle, have the lighthouse lights turned on, and pinpoint where it came from and ask somebody to leave. So we're going to establish this at the beginning. These are your fellow students up here working as hard as they can, and they deserve respect. As I tell all students who appear on a stage under my direction, you have to remember, we're up here and they're not. No, they're up here, you're not. You give them the respect they deserve. We have a great show for you, but I'll let the MCs tell you about that. I'm going to bring out the MCs right now. They're going to take over the show. They're doing a fabulous job. I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Here they are, Megan Valley and Claire Troxler.
Hey Megan. Good afternoon, GP. Hello, faculty. And we're glad to welcome all of you judges to our show today. It's your turn to say something, Megan.
Hi.
Not a very good beginning. I can't carry this show all by myself. Well, of course I can, but you might want to join in. Like, maybe you'd like to greet our audience?
Hi.
Okay, I think what Megan is trying to say is, welcome to Talent Fest 2012. We have a great lineup of talent by our own students and a few surprises for you along the way. Isn't that what you're going to say, Megan?
Hi. It wasn't like this at dress rehearsal last night.
What wasn't like what?
Last night we were just two of the crew. Today?
Yes. Today we're the center of attention, and I like that just fine. So snap out of your little stage fright. We need to get the show moving.
Okay. Welcome to Talent Fest 2012.
I already said that.
Oh, well, we have a great one.
And I already said that.
With a few surprises along the way?
Ditto.
Well, here's something you didn't say. Our first act ought to put our audience in high gear. That's right. It's our own favorite hoofers. The troupe who let their kicking feet do the talking. Here they are, straight from an engagement in Las Vegas. Barely had time to jump off the plane and shuttle over here where they'll perform one of their breathtaking, death-defying, bug-squashing dance routines. It's the Rocky Top Cloggers.
She told me, come back, she may act
Lexi Miller, Faith French, Summer Wentworth, and Blake Cole. They didn't really go to Las Vegas, did they?
You know what happens in Vegas.
Okay, forget it. Maybe they were in Las Vegas. Look, I received this anonymous note that some cloggers were performing.
What does it say?
I'm going to read it. Dear MCs of Talent Fest, those clogger girls are sure cute, but they can't dance Gangnam Style. Woohoo!
Woohoo? Woohoo? Is that a name?
No, it's an interjection.
So who wrote the note?
That will have to remain a little mystery as we introduce our second act. Megan, who do we have up next?
It's an old friend of mine.
You mean Mr. Estes?
To say was, our next act has been a friend of mine since we were much younger, and shared a common interest in horses.
You mean My Little Pony? Whoop-de-doo, I've got a box of that at my house myself.
No, I mean horses.
My Little Ponies are, ta-da, horses!
I mean real horses. We drew pictures of them and talked about them and rode them.
This is boring. What's the Not My Little Pony old friend of yours going to do?
It's Anna Kelly, and she's going to sing and accompany herself on guitar, which, might I add, she learned to play in spite of our obsession with horses.
And here's Anna Kelly performing Stopping the Love by KT Tunstall.
So you think it's funny been calling me all of the time, every day, oh honey, don't wanna be following behind, if you're gonna be walking away, and I don't know why I wouldn't follow. They say it's easy, that you've been falling for all of my charm, and getting lost in my smile never ceases to amaze me. When I'm chasing my heart, that I still do it with style, and now I hope you'll be with me tomorrow. With me tomorrow. You got me looking up, even when I'm falling down. You got me crawling out of my skin.
See, even when we were much younger, Anna had that spark that has so well translated into this talent today.
Just like you.
Yes. And at this point, we will provide a public service announcement. Students, as you know, no admission was charged for you to see Talent Fest today.
That's right, the show expenses were partly covered by our hardworking and involved school service clubs who generously donated funding to support the expenses of this show. We'd like to thank one of them right now.
And that thanks goes to the FBLA under the direction of Gail Hauser. The FBLA most elegantly covered the expenses of the cash prizes awarded to our winners today. Thank you, future business leaders of America.
Yes, and thank you FBLA for your support for my campaign.
Your campaign?
For President of the United States. Didn't you know I'm running for president? I have 2,000 votes.
I don't think like on Facebook counts as a vote.
Sure it does. And that's only the beginning. I will first win a seat on the school board, then county court, then mayor of Kodak, then
Wait. I think Kodak has a king.
I hear the king of Kodak's subjects are tired of the oppression, tired of the speeches, tired of the floods, the earthquakes, and the backed up sewers, and are ready for a new form of government. I will depose the king and make Kodak a Smoky Mountain tourist destination.
What does Kodak have to offer tourists?
It will be the... Well, unfortunately, it will be the only place in America home to a former king.
And now here are three more of GP's talented students, amalgamated into harmonious synchronicity.
Amalgamated into harmonious synchronicity. Where did you dig up that term?
That's what popped into my mind last night when the RCBC performed. It was pure harmonious synchronicity.
Tell the audience what RCBC is.
It's the Richardson's Cove Baptist Church Band, and here they are, Ashley Henry on vocals, Matteo Garmany on piano, and what's his name on guitar?
What's his name?
I don't know.
I don't know is on guitar.
No, what's his name is on guitar.
Who is what's his name?
I don't know.
Okay, you just said.
And this is another little mystery that will remain unsolved. Here are the Richardson's Cove Baptist Church Band performing I Can Only Imagine by Mercy Me.
Ashley Henry, Matteo Garmany, and what's his name?
When that day comes and I find myself standing in the sun, I can only imagine what my eyes will see when your face is before me. I can only imagine. I can only imagine what it is forever, forever worship you. I can only imagine.
Thank you, RCBC. Megan, I just received this note from the other side of the curtain. It says, "Dear MCs, the performer formerly referred to as What's His Name is actually Austin Hutchinson, who highly resents being denigrated to the status of anonymity." And it's signed, What's His Name?
Who is what's his name?
I don't know. What's next?
Next, we have some high culture.
High culture? I say, Maggie, it behooves us to add a little class into the proceedings.
Right, you are, Claire. And what we have is a classically trained pianist.
You don't say.
I do say. And she's going to play some Bach. That's about as high culture as you can get.
Bach. Ah, Bach. I assume you mean Johann Sebastian Bach.
I do indeed. Plus his son Karl Philipp Emanuel Bach. I understand they were both the rock stars of their day.
And who is the keyboard wizard who will interpret the Bach's father and son?
She is Emily Sy, a keyboard wizard of the first order.
Well, what are we waiting for? Here's Emily Sy playing solfeggio in C minor by C.P.E. Bach and two-part invention number 13 in A minor, J.S. Bach.
Here's Emily.
That one had taken piano lessons instead of playing with My Little Ponies.
I told you they were real horses.
And you keep on believing that, Megan.
Let's change the subject. It's time to introduce our guest judges.
The GP Chorus is proud to be able to bring together such a distinguished group of community citizens to our judging panel today. Each judge brings a wealth of experience in the arts to his or her assessment of the acts you see on our stage. Now let's meet them.
Many of you already know our first judge as the director of the Ann May Studio, where you go once a week for your piano lesson. A graduate of University of Tennessee in piano performance and pedagogy, Ann May has become a mainstay in the GP Chorus, providing piano accompaniment for last spring's chorus show and more recently, the Chorus Veterans Day performance. The mom of graduate Grace, now a freshman at Georgetown University, and William. Ann is married to Bill May, director of the Airmont School of the Arts. Let's welcome Ann May.
judge is well known around Gatlinburg for his participation in numerous musical groups, both in performance and production, having participated with the now disbanded Gatlinburg City Chorale from its inception to its final performance for a span of 10 years. Additionally, he once hosted his own show on the local TV station that introduced visitors to Smokies, to the artisans and craftsmen to our area. For years, he served as the announcer for Highlander football games. He composes music, sings in the Lutheran church choir, and plays competition-level Scrabble. He is the father of 2 GP graduates and grandfather of 3 GP graduates. We are pleased to welcome, for his second visit to the judging table, Dick McHugh.
Our third guest is a BMI recording artist, songwriter, music producer, and master guitarist. Joel Sebring has produced several albums of his original songs that are distributed through iTunes, Amazon.com, and Tower Records. He has performed with the Allman Brothers, Dwight Twilley, and several other major artists across the country. Many of you upperclassmen will remember Talent Fest 09, when the Joel Sebring Band provided the entertainment while the judges conferred. Today, he sits below the stage assessing the performance in Talent Fest 2012. Let's say a big greeting to Joel Sebring. And now it's time for our next act.
That's right, and they are chomping at the bit to slip into the saddle and ride onto the stage.
Would you stop with the My Little Pony references?
So you admit those horses were just My Little Pony all the time?
Never mind. We must continue with the show. What's the next billing?
Backstage is a group of longtime associates and musical conspirators.
I think you mean musical collaborators.
Nope, I mean musical conspirators. They got together in secret to devise this complicated master plan of action, sort of like Ocean's 11 or Mission Impossible. Each participant has at least one specialized talent, and he or she must perform a specific job to accomplish their lucrative aim.
You mean to acquire first place and all that cash?
Yes, and snag one of those solid gold trophies. I tell you, they're a gang of determined perpetrators for sure.
Are they dangerous?
Possibly. Piano wire is a mafia favorite for silencing critics. Not to mention the deadly impact of a drumstick thrown from 20 feet.
Just what gang are we talking about here?
Kaylee Balzer is the mastermind on piano and vocals. Josh Claude strings the plot together with violin. Tylen Sims is the muscle of the operation on guitar. And Kate Balzer serves as a lookout by tapping code on his lap drum.
What a collaboration. What is their modus operandi?
They will play Payphone, originally done by Maroon 5, but they have rearranged the original to their own specifications. And you better like it, or else.
You're making them sound rather intimidating.
Just wait until you hear them.
And here they are, musical conspirators, Kaylee, Josh, Tylen, and Kate. Institute?
Planning and execution. That's the key to any success to any operation.
Speaking of execution of an operation, just how's your campaign for president coming along? Do you have a platform?
You bet. My newest cause is Crispitos. I know GP students want their Crispitos, and I'm going to see Crispitos reintroduced onto the school menu. What is a week without Crispitos? Why can't we once again enjoy the savory, smoky taste of Crispitos?
I don't know. How are you going to get this accomplished?
My plan is simple. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. All we have to do is rename Crispitos something that sounds healthier.
Like?
Southwestern stuffed whole wheat flatbread with raw vegetables and salsa overglaze. How does that sound?
Possible. What else?
You may all remember the ketchup famine at the beginning of the year. Well, no longer must we get only one pack of ketchup. I did that. The ketchup famine is over, and you may thank me, future President of the United States, and ketchup lover. Next, I want to do something about baby carrots.
What about them?
Well, they're just baby carrots. I'm campaigning to get full-size carrots. High school students demand more carrot roughage, and we're going to get it.
Full-size carrots won't fit into those little cardboard bowls.
And we demand larger carrot cups. See, a future president identifies the need and gives the public what it wants. Forget the war on women. I'm starting a war on baby carrots.
Let's introduce our next act. Our next act is a guitar demon and a percussion maven. Parker Williamson and JoJo Trees have worked together for a long time to create this blend of rockabilly blues. They wowed us at their audition, and I'm sure they'll wow the GP audience. And here they are, Parker Williamson and JoJo Trees.
Another one of the clubs that has made the show possible today.
The chorus would like to thank the Service Club, directed by Molly Hicks, whose generous donations has partly provided the gifts for the judges. We thank you, Service Club. This show would not be on stage today if you had not stepped in with your good citizens to help. Let's hear it for the Service Club. stage with the drum set and guitaring. So let's get on with the show. Our next act is a ballerina. Claire, would you like to introduce her?
I think maybe you should probably do that.
Why?
I think she's scared of me, and I don't want to make her nervous as she takes the stage.
Scared of you? Why ever would anyone be scared of you?
Real cute. Well, at dress rehearsal, I was hiding behind a wall. I was trying to scare, I think, Daniel Patrick and Sierra Brewer. Unintentionally, I jumped out and scared Winter, and I think she darted right out the door, and I really can't get her to say an apology. I saw her at McDonald's, and she ran away. So I don't know what to do.
Well, I sympathize with her. All right, I'll continue. No other art form is as graceful and expressive as ballet. A ballet dancer must accomplish hundreds of prescribed movements and put them together into a smooth and flowing whole. Lighter than air is the description of a ballerina. Our next performer knows her arabesque from her grand jeté through years of the study at Janice Williams School of Dance. And here she is dancing to Where Is My Mind is GP's own tippy toe girl, Winter Starkey.
I was afraid she might start to hyperventilate if she saw me or something.
Ballerinas are made of sterner stuff.
Well, that sure was a great introduction you did for Winter. No other art form is as graceful and expressive as ballet. A ballet dancer must accomplish hundreds of prescribed movements and put them together into a smooth and flowing whole. That leads me right into our next act.
Really? How?
Beatbox. See, beatbox shares quite a bit of technique with ballet.
Huh?
Just listen. No other art form is as graceful and expressive as beatbox. A beatbox performer must accomplish hundreds of prescribed mouth noises and put them together into a smooth and flowing whole.
Wow, I never thought of it that way.
Neither did I.
Nevertheless, here are GP's resident beatboxers here on stage today and take you into a surreal world where sound trumps words. It tells you a story. Our beatboxers returned for another appearance from last year's Talent Fest. Here are Nixon Element and Gabe Gottschall. in their piece they've titled Leaf Blower, Nixon and Game.
No va a trabajar esta cosa. Ay, Dios mío. Me van a matar. Vamos a escuchar música.
Hey, what are you doing? Hello? Hey, shut up. What are you doing?
¿Qué pasó?
You're supposed to be doing my lawn.
No hace nada, no trabaja.
Lawn O.
No trabaja.
I don't speak Spanish. English.
Español.
English.
Español.
English.
Español.
English.
No sé.
Oh my god.
You know what it is.
What? Check it out. Don't check like this. Oh yeah. What?
No trabaja.
Okay. So
Rum, rum.
it doesn't work?
Sí, al fin.
Oh.
Ay, Dios mío, este gringo,
I have a lawnmower in the back and a leaf blower that you can use. Well, first, I want you to check this out. Check it out. We're New Smack and we love y'all.
Claire, I think it's time to recognize and thank some more of the clubs that sponsored this show.
The Interact Club, sponsored by Elaine Wilson, helped out with solid gold trophies we will award to the winners today. Thank you, Interact.
And the Student Council, led into battle by Coach Paige Yates, deserves our most warm thanks for helping to pay for the pizza and soft drinks for the dress rehearsal last night. Thank you, Student Council.
In addition, our lunchroom ladies, head chef Carol King, baked the brownies and made the fudge sauce that composes delicious hot fudge cakes with ice cream that the chorus sold in the lunchroom last week to further finance the show. Thank you, Carol, Effie, Kathy, Anna, and Michelle. And I'll be speaking to you next week about those carrots.
Now it's time for another exciting act.
To return to the 60s. You know, make love, not war. The Flower Children. Love beats.
Claire, I don't think our audience knows much about the 60s.
And it's time to learn about that colorful decade.
I'll see what I can do. There was Woodstock. If you don't know what that was, ask your parents.
then you weren't there.
And the Beatles, and the anti-war protests, and hippie folk groups like Peter, Paul, and Mary and the Lovin' Spoonful.
And everybody wanted to go to California because that was where all the action was.
Our next act brings back that lost time. Here are our hippies in residence, Trey Stixon on guitar and vocals, and Miranda Odom on flute performing an authentic 60s Flower Child song, California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas.
All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such winter's day. Stopped into a church I passed along the way. When I got down on my knees and I pretend to pray, you know the preacher likes the cold. He knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such winter's day. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. If I didn't tell her, I would leave today. California dreaming on such winter's day. On such winter's day. On such winter's day.
Thank you, Trace and Miranda. What a strange time the 60s was. Nobody seemed worried about getting into college or ACT scores. They just played guitars and sang songs about nature all day long.
Well, even the flower children had to grow up eventually.
They were called hippies then. What are they called now?
Taxpayers. And now on with the show. Yeehaw, y'all.
Yeehaw is right. Here he is, right out of the Old Crow Medicine Show, Daniel Patrick.
Daniel Patrick, yeehaw. Seen often on the GP stage in previous Talent Fests and numerous chorus shows. Daniel is best remembered as the drill sergeant and chant caller of Sound Off in last year's chorus show about World War II. I can almost hear it echoing in the rafters of the auditorium.
The heads are up, the chests are up, the arms are swinging, cannons count, sound off. 1, 2, sound off. 3, 4, cannons count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's it. In a different uniform today, Daniel reverts to his main love, country music.
No wonder. He's a genuine country boy. A card-carrying member of the Future Farmers of America, a tribute to what makes Tennessee famous and America strong.
And here he is, accompanying himself on a guitar he made from barn siding and fence wire, Daniel Patrick singing Wagon Wheel by the Old Crow Medicine.
Headed down south to the land of the pine, just thumbing my way into North Carolina, staring at the road, praying to God I see headlights. heading west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I've gotta get a breakfast on here. My baby calling money, man, I know that she's the only one. And if I die running, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me.
Well, now it's time, long past time, that we introduce our faculty judges.
It is with great regret and sadness that we introduce our 3 faculty judges today. You see, this trio of judges has been a staple of Talent Fest for 10 years. And this year, Talent Fest 2012 marks the last time the 3 of them will possibly be together at the judging table.
Miss Raines, Miss Bryant, and Coach Estes have served long and well over the years, choosing the best and most talented performers out of the many, many acts that they have viewed on our stage.
As you know, Dee Bryant retired from teaching as of last spring, but has returned for this one more year to help transition the new program and assist in assuring the continuation of GP's strong Spanish language department. Now there is always hope that her part-time teaching will continue into next year and the year after that, but we may have to tell her a final adios and say goodbye to a much-loved and greatly appreciated teacher. Miss Bryant, if you leave us, hasta la vista and muchas gracias. If you stay, hallelujah. Let's thank Dee Bryant for her years as Talent Fest Judge Suprema.
Another departing, or so he claims, faculty member is Coach Neil Estes. Coach Estes has made a place for himself here within our walls that can never be refilled. We'll just have to let the vacancy remain. He assures us that he is really, yes really, going back to Texas and Oklahoma, where he will again assume the management of his farm and out there and buy another horse. That may happen. Then again, he may just stay around another year or so. If he leaves, he'll ride off into the sunset, leaving the Talent Fest judging table empty as the Texas sky. If he stays, hallelujah. Let's tell Coach Estes our appreciation.
Now, our 3rd faculty judge will not be leaving us, no how, no way. We count on Tracy Raines being a firm fixture on our faculty for many years to come.
So our introduction to the faculty judges has at least one bright note.
Yes, and Miss Raines, the chorus thanks you for your continuous participation as a Talent Fest judge. We know you put your background in music to good use in choosing the outstanding talent of GP. Thank you from all of us. Let's hear it from Miss Raines.
Sad as it was to bid goodbye, maybe, to 2 of our judges, we must persevere.
Yes, and so it's back to our show.
Claire, we only have 2 acts left. But, audience, this one is a pick-me-up that will dispel your feeling of loss and confusion.
Our next act is a girls singing trio.
Amanda and Monica Dennis and Kayla Durham have teamed up to bring you a blast from the past entitled Lean On Me, a one-hit wonder written and sung by Bill Withers in 1972.
Since that time, the song has enjoyed a #1 position in the Billboard charts by 2 different artists and is ranked 205 in the Billboard Top 500 Greatest Songs of All Time.
And here are Amanda, Monica, and Kayla with a bullet for a 3rd #1 position on the charts, Lean On Me.
But we chose for the last act one that'll bring it all together and end the show with a blast. But first, we would like to thank Nat Arfa, President of Student Council, for going out of his way to do so much to work to help make the show possible. Nat, maybe you should give me some advice for my presidency.
And we would also like to thank GP's students. Without your generous donations and your willingness to buy all those sweets, we wouldn't be up here today. Thank you once again. But now, back to the last act. And I have 2 words, Johnny Cash.
Dylan Ayers and Austin Johnson with Folsom Prison Blues.
What more needs to be said? Here are Dylan and Austin.
I hear that train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Well, I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down to San Ann. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and well, I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can be free. But those people keep moving, and that's what tortures me. If they free me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it all a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
At this time, our judges will depart to confer and vote. As they leave, let's thank them for their expertise that will choose the best of the best to win today's prizes.
And now, here for your further entertainment, the GP dance team.
We will
audience about today's prizes.
Talent Fest 2012 will award 3 first place prizes.
Each first place prize will award $50 and one of these genuine 14-karat gold trophies.
1 second place will receive $40 and a solid gold trophy.
Third place will award $30 and a solid gold trophy.
In 4th place will receive $20 and that cute little trophy sitting proudly there on the end. It may be tiny, but it too is, of course, solid gold.
We hope your favorite act wins. I'm sure every performer on the stage today has a fan club rooting for him, her, or them out there. Let's hear it for all our contestants today. And Claire, we still have that little mystery to solve from earlier in the show.
What mystery?
I want to know who sent you that anonymous note about the cloggers. Woohoo, remember? Who was it?
I don't know.
Well, it's somebody. Somebody who likes Gangnam Style. Somebody who might say, woohoo.
Who?
No, it clearly said woohoo.
I don't know.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
To introduce our guest band, Love For. 2 members have actually graduated from GP, Elijah Newman and Nick Cheek. Elijah Newman now attends Belmont University in Nashville, and he and Nick are accompanied by their drummer, Chris Patosik. Give it up for Love For.
I think they're coming. Love For.
What's up, Gatlinburg? We're gonna play some tunes for you, all right?
Find it now.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to get my brother Nick over here a little more room because I'm kind of up on him. Well, it's good to be here back in Gatlinburg. A lot of new faces since I was last here. And everyone in this talent show is super talented, so give it up for everybody. I think we're gonna play a few more tunes for you, if that's all right. You might be a preacher standing on a stage. You ain't no man in a cage. Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. We've been having that all morning. But you know what? We're just going to play rock and roll and forget about it, all right? Well, right here to my left is Nick Cheek. He graduated from here like 30 years ago or something. And this guy behind me is a little buddy of mine named Chris Potosik on the drums over here. I'm glad you guys are here. The song's called Pretty Girl. Cheers me to the very much. We're gonna play a new song for you guys. By the way, we're Love War. Drinking out a bottle, not taking it slow. It's cold. It's cold in this room. It's dancing to a rhythm with no beat. At least now I can keep feeling take another step just so I fall back. Well, listen to me, baby, I ain't no man, just a loser and a boozer who can't defend his pride. Does this sound right? How it's clear. One more? Gotcha. We're going to do one more, and then the judges are going to announce your fabulous winners, and we're going to hang out with you guys. So thanks for letting us come play. We enjoyed it. If you want a CD or something, come talk to us. It was good to get to hang out with you guys again, though. Well, it's about to get loud. This is our last song, and it's called Lights Out. I actually wrote it about one of you guys. I don't know if you're even in here, but it's about you.
fourth place. You guys can hand us that shirt. And the winners are fourth place, Nixon Alleman and No. Yeah, fourth place is Daniel Patrick. Alright guys, third place trophy please. Third place goes to JoJo Trees and Parker Williamson. Second place goes to Anna Kelly. First place will name Balzer and Group. The second first place is Emily Sy. And the final first place winner is Nixon Alleman and Gary. Contestants, please go out with that. Okay, second.
Feel like a beaner. Thank y'all. When do we bow? Do we bow now? Okay. I'm done.
All right. Let's congratulate these wonderful, all of them did such a great job. Thank you. I don't know if y'all realize, but the chorus has done a lot of work as well as these contestants. So there's a lot of work has been put in. So the backstage, thank you very much. And again, thank you to all of you who helped us put this together. And this is Talent Fest 2012.
All right, let's return to third period at this time. Third period.